turn you down a
Yeah, no,
little
I
bit.
was connecting my Ethernet cord and it knocked out my internet in general.
Oh, it's all
Um,
good. It's all good.
so sorry to interrupt.
No, no, you're good. I want to hear your opinion on this whole, the Demon Souls thing.
It looks amazing. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited for it. They fixed Flame Lurker's face, like thank God. That was like something I wasn't really a fan of, the way that they were taking liberties in regards to how the bosses look. Like
Mm-hmm.
the first boss that you fight,
This one
the
again.
intro boss, they changed his face and they changed Flame Lurker's face, and people were talking about how they were like making it more Western, quote unquote, you know? So they fixed Flame Lurker's face, they fixed Maneater's face. So I'm just like, oh, okay, thank you, Booze. I appreciate you. But overall, it looks really amazing. And I'm excited.
Dude,
I'm really excited.
I was telling my stream, I don't know if you heard that part where when I first saw the trailer in the morning, I didn't have my glasses on. And I was like, I was just in awe, like, dude, this is so beautiful, and I don't even have my glasses on. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it a second time with the stream, and seeing it again, like on my 1440p monitor. Shoot, beautiful, just gorgeous, so
Yeah,
gorgeous.
it's really pretty. So, you know, I'm super excited for it. I do find, listen, at the end of the day, Demon Souls is an old game.
It
This is just
is,
like
yeah,
this is just a remake of it, you know, but it's still an old title, so I think people need to stop like acting like it's not, but at the same time it's just like
right.
what they've done to it, you know? Um
It's
it's definitely
crazy.
going to be a new experience, you know?
Have you seen the comparison video? I was playing it
I
earlier.
have.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, like it's
It's
just
pretty insane.
it really puts in perspective like the lighting and just all the details. It's wild. It's
Yeah.
crazy. The spider
Yeah.
webs. I'm looking at it right now again. It's crazy.
And the way that they added like the oil in the armored
Mm-hmm.
spider fight to like give it a logical reason why the floor would just randomly be on fire. It's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
you,
Okay, so as
yeah,
for
go for it, go for it. I want to hear
these,
about the difficulty thing.
so here's my thing. I've been struggling with this all day, right? Um, because like the main argument that goes on whenever this conversation comes up is the ableist sort of argument,
Right.
and whether or not people are ableist because they don't want you to have a difficulty setting or whatever. But my thing is, it's just kind of like the people I see using this argument are usually gaming journalists.
Hey man, they want that journalist mode. That's what they want.
Yeah, so
You know
it's
they
like
can't play games.
I am like genuinely bothered. Like, okay, of course there's some disabilities where you can't see initially, right? Like it's and you can't tell if someone has a disability or not just by looking at them sometimes, or by looking or through the internet or whatever, right? But it's kind of like um the main people, yeah, the main people I see making this argument are gaming journalists, and unfortunately gaming journalists have a bit of a reputation for being trash at games overall, you know?
Yep. Especially this gen, they were really exposed a lot of times. Like the Cuphead thing. I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember that. And just
I do remember. You know, shout out to Dean Takahashi.
wasn't there a Doom footage
Yep,
or
he did
yeah,
Doom
I
as
think it
well.
was Doom and he was just terrible. Whoever it was, he or she.
Yeah, no, it was the same guy. It was the same guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was bad.
Yeah. So that guy should have just never recorded that and put it on the internet, but whatever. Anyway, so like, you know, I want to try and be respectful and not an asshole, right? But at the same time, it's just kind of like these games are hailed and known for their difficulty, right? That's like kind of the entire thing. They're marketed towards people who want that kind of experience, right?
Right.
So it's like I don't think everything needs to appeal to everyone, you know?
Yeah,
Um I,
that's true.
I don't think that all things are made for all people. Uh and that's okay, you know? Like take for instance, my favorite movie is Fight Club, right?
Right.
And the market for Fight Club, the demographic they were going for were young men in their 20s and 30s who felt disillusioned with life, you know, who are stuck at dead end jobs, and they feel like they have nothing going for them, despite the fact that they have like a job and they're married and have kids and all that stuff. You know,
Hmm.
that was a big thing in like the 90s, 80s and
Yeah,
90s, I
yeah.
think, in regards to media, as men like, you know, dudes working in corporate America just breaking free. You know what I mean? So anyway, so
Right.
that movie is like targeted towards men, but it's my favorite movie, right?
Hmm.
I wouldn't want them to change anything to do like an idea of appealing to my demographic,
You wouldn't
if
want
that
like a
makes sense.
all female Fight Club?
Absolutely. Well, actually, you know what? I actually kind of would, but
It'd be interesting. It'd probably be
it would
funny.
be interesting. But like, I'm good with how it is now. You know,
Yeah.
I'm good with the creative vision that they went for. Now, like, I don't know. I just think this is like one of those really like kind of conversations because like, you know, the whole like get good sort of argument. I think personally, like, I'm not super good at games myself, right?
Hmm.
But I was able to get through the Souls games. And
Anyone can really,
yeah,
if
like,
they
and
really
literally,
try. Yeah.
yeah. But if something is like physically keeping someone from being able to play something,
Hmm.
but it's just also kind of like there are other games, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't, you don't have to choose the Souls series, which is hailed for its difficulty, and be like, I want an easy mode. And they say, you know, that, oh, it doesn't affect anything, it doesn't change anything. But at the same time, it's kind of like
That's
they
part
would
of
have
the
to make adjustments, you know?
yeah, it's part of the lack of better word, like the charm. That's what drives us to these games. It's part of the big reason we like these games is like overcoming the challenge, you know? If there's
Yeah.
no challenge, if it's mad easy, I mean, that it ain't Souls. What is it? You know, it's just another game. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. It's like that's like you said, they're not for everyone. It's not gonna be for everyone. So
Yeah. And like, there's also like built in difficulty settings. Like in Dark Souls 2, you can make things extremely difficult. I think you have to like go to listen, I played Dark Souls 2, I beat it. It's just a blur in my mind because that game, in my opinion, is awful.
oh
Anyway,
man.
but there is a way to make the game more difficult. There's
Yeah.
also a way to make um Demon Souls more difficult, and there's also a way to make Sekiro more difficult, right?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
So it's just kind of like when I see people talk about like having easy modes, Demon Souls especially also has a built-in easy mode. It's called World Tendency,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
the more good that you do, and when you defeat bosses, your tendency tends to veer towards white. And if you have a white world tendency, a pure white world tendency, enemies are super easy, and it's a good time for you, right?
Mhm.
And also, there's this there's this build. There's several builds actually in Demon Souls that make things significantly easy. The reason
Mhm.
why everything was like scaled back for Dark Souls in regards to the magic builds is because Demon Souls, when it comes to being a magic user, is
I heard
fucking
about that.
stupid.
Yeah, I heard
It's
about that.
pretty dumb,
It's
dude.
like stupid easy, I heard. Yeah.
It's so easy. It's bad. Like I was just kind of, I was watching someone play and they were using a magic build. I'm sitting there like, wow, okay, you
Yeah.
know,
I think
like
I seen footage of that too where they're just spamming magic and they beat the boss like
yeah,
super easy. Yeah, I did see
yeah,
that.
exactly.
Mhm.
Dude used like some soul arrows and firestorm, and the boss was dead. He was fighting the last boss, King Galant, and he did like one firestorm
That's
and
crazy.
hit him a couple times. Dude was dead. I'm sitting there like, oh, okay. Like so, yeah. The built-in easy mode for Demon Souls is just run a magic build, and you're good. You know?
Yeah, yeah. So Rado, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Keenan had a message for you, Luca. He said, "Can you please tell Luca to stop thinking with logic?" Gosh,
I know.
so much logic.
It's my you know, it's my stick. It's what people know me for. Well, they also know me for losing it. I don't know. It really depends on the day what people know me for.
Dude, I just
But
can't. I can't get over these atmospheres and like everything in this game. Like the environments are just.
it's insane. It's so
It's
beautiful. It's so
pretty.
great. And
Hmm.
you know, me shout out to me not getting a fucking PlayStation. I'm very
I
upset.
was gonna ask you about that. You still haven't got a pre-order?
No.
No one's offered to like get you one or give you one or anything?
Well, I've had like a couple conversations with people, but we're seeing how that shapes out. I would prefer to just be able to pick it up myself.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the way they're making it seem, it might be hard. Seems like they're not gonna have like a lot
Yeah, which
available.
is super annoying, but whatever.
Yeah, so hopefully you get one.
I hope I get one too because I would love to have one.
I know, that way we could talk about it, and I know you don't stream, but I mean, I would love a Luca stream of this game. I'd love
Yeah.
that. I'm sure everyone liked that, so I
Yeah,
can't
no, it
wait.
would be a lot of fun.
I can't wait. Yeah, but what are you up to tonight? You gaming tonight?
Well, yeah, like I said, I just got off of Dead Space and Dark Souls 3,
Oh,
and now
got
I'm
you.
just chilling.
Just
I
chilling.
got my soup here. I'm about to watch, just check in on a couple of people's streams, just to be like, hey, I'm showing support,
Showing
guys. What's up?
support. Yeah, yeah. You still sick? I know you're having soup.
Yeah. Well, I think my grandpa just made it to make it, to be honest, but it's fire, so I'm feeling a little bit better though.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I was listening to what was the podcast where you were choking? Was it your was
It was
it
one on
a oh
Cyberpunk.
cyberpunk? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Choking on eggs and then dude, I've had that before. It's like you choke on something and you it takes a while to recover. Like you still have a
Yeah.
cough and you still feel like it's there, like in your throat.
Yeah. No, it took the
I
entire
hate
day to
that.
recover, and I had a headache too from coughing. I was like, bro, and like the
Yeah.
worst part is I was trying to talk to because BG joined the stream. I was trying to talk to him, and I just started choking in the middle of talking to him. I had to go mute myself. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
And
that
then it
was
was so
funny.
bad that like Sean, he was just like he hopped in like, hey, you okay, little sis? I'm like, yeah. He's like, it sounds like you're crying. I'm like, dude, I'm literally just choking on these
Oh,
eggs,
because you
man.
were like
Like,
sniffling and
yeah, they
you
thought
know.
they thought I was crying in my stream because of cyberpunk delay. I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Like
Okay.
I could tell you weren't. I mean, I just figured, oh, you're sick. That's what I assumed. Like, oh, she's
Yeah,
probably
no,
just
it
sick.
was literally it was the fucking eggs, dude, man.
Yeah, that cyberpunk thing is crazy. We're gonna talk about that in backlog about
Mm.
that stuff and crazy times. But yeah, we're just gonna play Ghost of Tsushima. Get ready for that raid tomorrow. It's tomorrow already.
Oh, how exciting!
I know. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm not used to doing raids and stuff, but we'll see. See how it goes. You
I'm
know.
sure. I'm sure it'll be fine. How many people are in these ghost raids?
4. And you gotta have your team set. You gotta be minimum level like 100, and I'm barely at 79. So we gotta play tonight, and hopefully we get there tonight. Oh, Ryan, you
How
almost choked
how
on a pancake. What the hell?
how difficult is it to level?
It's not too bad as long as you complete it. Even when you lose, like say you fail, you'll still level up a little bit. It's like your gear and everything that there's like legendaries and all that. I think we're gonna get legendaries tonight if we play some gold. Oh, there's T Rock. Yeah, I got the crew already in the chat. We'll start in a bit. Yeah, but damn, Luca, this Demon Souls though. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, it's
I can't get over
definitely
it.
it's pretty phenomenal, honestly speaking. Like I mean, especially in comparison, like I said, I know what the original game looks like, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I played it, and I'm looking at this. I'm like, this is like a completely, um, this is crazy, you know? The only downside,
What? What's the
the
downside?
only downside I can think of is that there's this area, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Valley of Defilement, and the bosses in there are they're disgusting. Okay,
What do
one
you
of them
mean?
is
What do you
called
mean?
one of them is called Leechmonger,
Uh-huh.
and it's a boss full of leeches. Okay, it's just like,
Oh man.
and it was gross in the original game, so I'm just imagining how like realistic it's gonna look. It's why they haven't shown it in the videos. They know.
They know it's gross.
Yeah, but it's like super super realistic, right? And then
Hmm.
there's this other boss who is just like who throws feces at you and he's just covered in it.
Oh.
So I'm
What's
like sitting here, I'm just like, dude, I don't want to see that. I don't want to go in that area, and I don't want to see any of that stuff
I bet you
because
the
it's
sound
disgusting.
effects are going to be like on point
Oh,
too. You're going to hear like the leeches moving around and
oh, disgusting. It's so gross.
you
Like,
already know.
yeah, like it's super gross now. with the original game. So I'm just like thinking about how bad it's gonna be, and then like in the Valley of Defilement, the walls and the floors are just full of like blood and feces, just covered, just covered, covered in it. It covers
Yikes.
all of it. So I'm just sitting there like, there's a reason they haven't shown this world. There's a reason. So
Yeah, Caboose is saying the bosses are easy, but the world is obnoxious to maneuver through. The Defilement, Valley of
yes,
Defilement. Yeah.
especially if you keep dying and your world tendency goes towards black, those red phantoms show up. Like, what's good? Like the red phantoms are difficult versions of enemies that are already in the world. So
Yeah, dang.
yeah, you just got to be really careful with that stuff, which is why I'm probably never gonna go human until like I get to near the end of the game, and then I'll be like, okay, I want to experience some of these tendency events. Let me go ahead and switch my world
Yeah, I
tendency.
might do that too once I kind of understand like how it works and the system of it and all that. Cause
Yeah,
yeah, well, I'll be on the lookout for that turd part in the.
I know it's so
I'll think
bad,
of you,
dude.
Luca, when I come across it. Like, oh,
Yeah,
this must be it. See the leeches being thrown at me and stuff. Like, shh.
yeah, it's just thinking about it like disgusts me because like there's that area in Bloodborne.
Hmm.
um what was that area? I hate it. The one, it's in the, oh, Nightmare Frontier. There we
Yeah,
go.
with the menses and all that
Yeah, and
junk.
like those things on the ground. Oh my god, those things that look like those face huggers but bigger.
Yeah,
Those that look like that giant face hugger from Prometheus. I was
Prometheus.
so disgusted. I was mad playing because I was like, what is this, man? Like, what is this?
That was right
And then
before
like
the spiders too, right? Those big ass spiders. Isn't
it
that
was
like in the building after that? Or am I tripping? Because I have arachnophobia, so like the spiders like got me.
it was right
Yeah,
before the
it's like
spiders.
leading up to the spiders. Yeah.
Whoa,
Listen, homie,
Yeah.
awesome!
I'll take the spiders over the HR Geiger-esque anything, man. I will take
Yeah.
the spiders
Shoot.
over any of that stuff, man. I'm not trying to see it. I'm not. Listen, I understand H.P. Lovecraft had like a fear of women. I get it. I get the shapes. Okay, I understand what they're shaped as,
Yeah.
but
What's
I'm
that
not
one
trying to
game?
see it.
What's that game coming out that has all that alien junk in it? What the hell's it called?
Scorn.
Scorn. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
no.
I know you don't want no parts of that. I remember that.
I don't want any part of that either. My boys hit me up like, "Oh, Luca, it does look really amazing." Like, I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to see 4K textures of that disgusting ish. Like, I'm not trying to see it. I'm sure it looks great. It's not for me. Some things are just not for
Yeah,
me.
it's like you said earlier. I mean, you just not everything's for everyone. It is what it is.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
so gross. Like I just want no parts of that. Like I just feel so much regret that I've even watched it the first time, to be honest. I still remember that phallus on the wall just dripping, and I'm just like,
Oh, that's what it started with, didn't it? Didn't it just like
yep,
that was like the beginning of the trailer, just coming out and
yeah,
dripping, and I'm like, what is this? Then you had like
yeah,
the pregnant. I don't even know. I don't know what was happening.
yeah. I mean, don't get me. I mean, okay, it's cool in a way, right? It's
Hmm.
very artistic in that way, right? But it's also gross, and I just don't like it. It's why I don't like the Alien franchise. I think that stuff is super disgusting. My buddy's like, I'm gonna get you a face hugger, face mask or whatever for the T virus stuff, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not trying to
Oh
like. Please
man.
stop messing with me.
So how do you feel about the band Tool, right? How do you feel
Yeah,
about their videos? Because they got some videos that are kind of like that.
it's gross.
I used to think they were cool. Like but they're weird though. They have like body parts. Like I remember they pull their ear out, and there'd be like a little person that come out of a bigger person, and it was just weird stuff. Like Tool has always kind of had that look.
Yeah, I used to listen to a band called Duran Gray, and they're a Japanese band,
Hmm.
and they would do stuff. There was this one video where dude was like literally just puking
Hmm.
on video, right?
Yikes.
Wow.
And also like just
Jamilo, thank you for the host.
mutilating, mutilating themselves, and showing, you know, um, just a lot of messed up imagery, right?
Uh
And
huh.
I was just like, this is perfectly fine. But as soon as you get to the HR Geiger stuff, I'm like, no, I'm good, man. I'm not trying to see that.
So
There's just
you're so
something about it.
wait. You were fine with the throwing up?
I wasn't fine with the throwing
Oh,
up.
okay. I thought
I
I
was
heard
fine with
that.
yeah. I was fine with the mutilated bodies.
Oh, the
I'm not good with the
mutilated. Okay.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
listen, mutilation. But to be fair though, I'm not really a fan of gore either. I think gore is
That's
gross.
probably what it
I
is. Like that's what it boils down to.
yeah,
Just don't like
I
the
don't like
gore.
any of that stuff. You know those movies like Saw and like all that stuff and
Like torture
Hospital and
stuff.
I'm just like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm not trying to see that. It's disgusting. Like I'm just not a fan of it. I mean, I got a little bit better at because I know what it really looks like, you know, because my
Yeah.
mom's ex-boyfriend was like a dude who did autopsies, and he showed me one. You know,
Oh
he took
wow.
me one, yeah, just bonding, you know, took me to an autopsy when I was
Like,
in high school,
hey,
whatever.
let's have spend some time together. Let's go look at dead
Yeah.
bodies.
So like
Damn.
he like performed a part of one in front of me, and I'm just like, okay.
Wow.
Um, so since then, I mean, I'm just like, okay, I can tell when it's fake and stuff, but it's still gross. I'm just like, nah, I'm good, Chief. I'm not trying to look at any of that. But like, there's just it's I think what it is for like the HR Geiger stuff is that like it's like sex and then
Hmm.
the gross stuff mixed together, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like all the themes that go along with it about what is the word? Uh uh forced impregnation, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Freaks me out.
Yeah.
Freaks
Yeah.
me out.
That's a little
So I'm
much.
yeah,
I don't blame
it
you.
freaks me out. And I know like that's the main thing for the Alien franchise, you know? It's
Hmm.
just like it's all that stuff. That's what the face huggers are doing. Disgusting little creeps. Like I'd be like, just kill me. You could just kill me instead. Like yeah. If that thing got on my face, I'd be like, you might as well just kill
Yeah.
me
Just get me out of here. I'm
because
done.
I don't want to be alive knowing that that was in my face and like what it does to you. Now I'm good. And then like I don't know if you've ever seen Prometheus,
I did. Yeah. Once.
but do you remember like that giant one at the end?
I remember the part where she did like the C-section part.
Okay.
That was wild. Like I remember
Yeah.
that part the most. But the end, I don't know, refresh my memory.
Okay, so there was like a face hugger, right? But it was like a big one. It was
Mm-hmm.
huge. Like I'm talking the size of a full-grown man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it had a bunch of like
Cool.
mouth
Cool, Joker.
mouths and
Saint, thank
teeth.
you for the follow. And Melodic, thank you for the sub. Sorry, Luca.
No, it's good.
Melodic,
It's just
thank
just
you
like
so much for the sub earlier. Go ahead.
all these eyes and just the mouth, like it had several just tiny razor teeth. It was just
I
crawled
kind of
along.
remember it. Kind of do.
It was so horrifying and horrific that afterwards I was just like, never again.
Did you see it in the theater?
No, I
Oh,
saw it
okay.
on YouTube.
I saw it in the theater.
Yeah, no. One of my buddies like, "Hey, you want to look at this?" I'm like, "Sure." And then you stop being friends with people after stuff like that. I was done. I was like, "Nah, I'm good, Chief."
Yeah,
Like, I don't
yeah.
know.
Nice knowing
It's
you.
gross. Yeah, no. So I'm not really a fan of all that stuff, but
What's up,
whatever.
Robert?
It's not for me, And
Yeah.
there's people who are fans of it. I don't get it, but some things are not for me to get, man.
Yeah, so imagine those franchises, right? If you complained you don't like it, and then those creators change it, the
Yeah.
purists would be like, no, why would you do that? Everything's not for everyone. So it's the same thing with like the Soul stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Like
It is what it is.
I think if it was any other franchise, I'd be like, okay, whatever, right? But since this franchise is known for its difficulty, it just doesn't. I don't know. Like I said, I hate when they bring up the ableism aspect because I'm like, well, I don't know if you're being genuine about this or if it's just you
Like a
suck.
cop out. It's like a cop out probably, or some
Yeah,
excuse.
because I mean, listen, I'm definitely sure that there are people who that's like a real issue for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like it's just like when I hear these gaming journalists do it, and like I said, I'm not saying that a gaming journalist doesn't have those kinds of issues, right? Isn't it disabled? But at the same time, it's just kind of like you don't know, and when you don't know,
Mhm.
you come to your own conclusions about it. And unless they straight out say it, I just kind of go with the opinion, like, well, you guys just kind of suck.
You just are just trash.
Yeah,
Because I mean, because they're probably trying to beat this game really fast because they got to review it, right? So
yeah,
in their mind, they're like, well, I'd rather have a difficulty option so I could run through it, review it, and then put it out. Like, I get it. Like, they're on a time constraint and they got to do it in a certain amount of time. But you're going to do a disservice on the review because you're not really reviewing it for what it really is or what it's meant to be, you know? So I wouldn't even want to read that review. Like, let's just say there were difficulty options and then they played on normal or easy. Like, I'm not reading that review. I'm not going to take it seriously because that's not the experience I'm going to have. And it would just completely, I can't even imagine having an easy mode in these games. Like, what would that review even be? Because part of, I mean, the whole, like we said, the whole thing about these games is the difficulty. Like, that's why we love them so much. At least part of it.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely part of it. I'm a fan of like the boss fights and the combat and the atmosphere. And yeah, like I said, I hate this conversation because I try to be really considerate of other people when it comes to like all things, right? But this is like one aspect where I'm like, I don't know how to give my opinion without coming off as a jerk. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
like,
not trying to.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the truth though. I don't know. Have you ever cheesed a boss before? In a Souls game? Like, have you ever cheesed and won? Because I actually did that in Dark Souls 1. And it doesn't feel as sweet. It's like it's kind of funny and kind of cool you got through it, but it doesn't feel the same satisfaction of like a hard, difficult boss that I fought through.
Cheesed it like how?
Like, I can't remember that boss's name, but I think he's like the second or third boss. Like, I just threw a bunch of bombs at him.
I know exactly who.
Yeah, I threw bombs like over the wall or something like that, and it like killed him.
I've never fought a boss like that.
Oh, okay.
I have co-ops before.
Yeah, co-op could kind of give you that feeling too, a little bit. But
yeah, like take for instance Orphan of Cause. Like you know what happened? I beat Bloodborne, right?
Play smarter, not harder.
I beat every boss, and I got to Orphan of Cause, and I was like, you know what? I'm never gonna play this game again. And I don't need what Cause gives me, so I'm done. And I just never bothered going. I didn't go back for like a year. And then when my buddy
Cause is crazy.
Yeah, my buddy was like, oh, yeah, let's run through it real quick. I'm like, all right, cool. And it was like 3 a.m. I was drunk, and we beat Cause together. And I was just like, thank God that we could beat it, you know?
I always wanted to drink, like, and play Souls, but I feel like it's way too hard, like, to concentrate. I don't think I could do it.
It's a lot of fun.
maybe co-op. Maybe co-op would be the wave, like, if I ever did have a few drinks or something.
Listen, drunk souls, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's fun. I wouldn't do it on my first playthrough.
No,
on my first playthrough, I try to get like everything I can.
Yeah.
Everything that's possible. But like on subsequent playthroughs, when I'm used to the game, it's like, yeah, I will definitely go through it drunk. It's not even a problem, you know? And it's fun and it's funny. So maybe we can do that sometime. Have a co-stream.
I'm down, shoot. Anytime.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
But yeah.
Just wait until you beat the Watchdog. Yeah, T-Rock. I got to get back in those Chalice dungeons someday. Someday.
You couldn't pay me to go into the Chalice dungeons. My buddy Sen is all like, Luca, please go into the Chalice dungeons, Luca. I'll go through with you. I'm like, dude, it's boring. I don't want to go in there. It's boring.
They definitely challenged me in a different way. It was kind of tedious, and because I was trying to go for the platinum. I was like one trophy away from the platinum, and I was in there, and it was rough. Yeah,
no, like, listen, maybe Chalice Dungeons drunk. I could do the Chalice Dungeons drunk, but like, you can't have a sober mind going through that tedium. It's awful. I hate it. Like, I was in there to get some armor, and that was it. I left as soon as I got my armor. I was like, okay, I'm good.
And the way you go about them too, like to get their trophies, like I had to look it up. There was no way of knowing how to even navigate that whole thing because you had to go to like specific ones, and it was crazy. But I was for it. Like I was really trying. I was like, I'm gonna get this plat. And once I got to the Watchdog and like some other boss, I was like, no, I'm done. I ran out of blood vials. I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this.
I heard the Defiled Watchdog is like super super difficult.
He was kicking my ass.
And then it's that Defiled Chalice Dungeon sounds like a real pain since how it just cuts your HP in half. I'm like, I don't know, man. I might be good on that.
Yeah, that one was wild. I know, that's like Dark Souls 2. That's what would happen in Dark Souls 2. Your health would go down. Robert says Luca would make a good third co-host in the backlog. Yeah, Luca's welcome anytime. Whoa, awesome. Hey, Fang, thank you so much for the 8 months. Shout out to Fang. And Melodic too from earlier. I didn't catch his right away. because we were
Yeah.
chatting, but appreciate you guys. Hustle says Luca is awesome.
Thanks, Fu. Hustle was over here like, I want to play Demon Souls. I was like, okay, you got it. And he was all like, no, you're just making fun of me, Luca. Okay, you don't actually believe in me. And it's like, I'll make fun of you with everything else, but not with the Soul series because that would be mean, you know?
Yeah.
And I genuinely like, okay, there's this one guy, right? And the reason I'm subscribed to him is like we're in the same age demographic, so we grew up watching like the same sort of things, and so like he would make a lot of references I recognize, so I think it's fun, right? Like he's a really funny guy based on that. And his videos are called Dark Souls Virgin Plays Bloodborne, and he is trash. He was trash. Like he was really bad. Like really bad. And he was actually the one who inspired me to play Bloodborne. I was like, dude, if this guy can play this game and succeed, then I can play it too, because he sucks. And I know I'm better than him.
What's his name?
D's Nuts Gaming.
Oh, I know him. I'm sub to him. Yeah, I think I found him because of Bloodborne and him doing for my first time playing. I'm a noob and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's so funny, and I'm just like, yeah, I love this guy, and he's better now. He's very good now, but back when he started, he was like so bad. And I was just like, dude, if this guy can play the game, then I can play the game.
It's like anybody can. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to always say like I play games that have fun, and I was like, I'm not playing any of the Souls games. Like, nah, I'm good, man. Like I play games that have fun, not be miserable. And Bloodborne was a really good experience for me. Dark Souls 3, not so much in the beginning. I didn't start to enjoy the game until after the 10-hour mark, and I was in Irithyll. I think Irithyll is when it starts to pick up, because all those other areas are trash. They're garbage. I hate them so much. I was actually in Farron's Keep just now, and I was just running through the swamp trying to snuff out the light. Like, man, I hate
the
this
swamp even now, because I went through it at least 2 more times after I beat it the first time, and I always hate the damn swamp. I hate that part. Yeah.
The swamp is like
it's bad.
The worst. Swampy areas in general in the Soul series are just so bad.
Poison areas. Yeah, and the catacombs is kind of rough too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. Even now.
I definitely think when I think about like the most difficult areas in Souls, right? I think a lot of areas.
Blighttown.
Dark Souls 1, yeah. Blighttown, the only reason Blighttown was hard was because my frames were in the mud.
The frames. I played it on PC and I got through that part. Like I was telling you, remember my, I got through there. I got through a big chunk of the game, and that part, the frames were so bad. It would have me like fall and things like that because the frames would mess me up. I was like,
yeah, dude, I played Dark Souls on the original Dark Souls, right? I played on my PlayStation 3. So, you could
I could imagine.
And then so that's the only reason in my opinion Blighttown is difficult. I think the hardest area for me was the Tomb of the Giants. I almost quit the game because of that. Those giant skeleton dogs that would just like and just attack you quickly.
Dang.
And I was dumb. I didn't have I had a blessed weapon, but it wasn't leveled up all the way because I didn't realize I could level it up all the way. So that's why it was so difficult for me. But once I did that and realized what was up, I mean, no, it's still pretty bad. I hate the Tomb of the Giants. It's awful.
Mech.
So.
Yeah.
And then that one area that's like it's cool thematically, but in Dark Souls 2 that's like it's like green and black. It's like neon, and it has like those worms popping up.
I remember that. The one I hated the most was the freaking the king. What the hell was it called? Was it the king something? I can't remember what it was called. It was like the castle or something. It was like some fiery place. Hated that part. I can't remember what it's called though. Shoot.
Is that for Dark Souls 2?
Yes. Let me
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Like I just blocked out most of Dark Souls.
Maybe I did too, a little bit.
Because I cannot remember like what you're talking about. It's like, I know I beat the
Iron
game,
Keep.
Like,
The Iron Keep.
Oh yeah.
It was like that demon kind of boss.
Oh, yeah, no, I know exactly.
Yeah. Okay. That part, dude, I almost wanted to quit. It was so frustrating, that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember.
But Dark Souls 2 was my first Souls, so like I didn't know any better. You know how a lot of people, they played the first Souls and then they went to Dark Souls 2 and they thought it was trash. Like me, I only played Bloodborne. So when I went to Dark Souls 2, I just thought, okay, this is Dark Souls. Like, it's kind of cool, and it kind of it got me because I beat the game. I liked it. So when people say it's the worst one, like I see what they're saying. I could say, yeah, it's the worst one, I guess. But it's because it's my first. I think I'm like biased. Like I don't really hate it
No,
as much as other people, you know?
yeah, no, I think that everyone's first one is their favorite in my opinion. Because for me personally, Dark Souls 3 has the best bosses,
Mm-hmm.
and I have the most fun fighting those bosses.
Facts.
And Dark Souls 1 has the best like environment, like how everything connects together is just so
Yeah,
amazing in my
I could see
opinion.
that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, another boss that really just made me want to. I was ready to end it all.
In Dark Souls 2?
Uh, Dark Souls 1.
Oh, one.
Oh, you haven't beat it, right? So there's this one boss.
Nah, I got like
It's
halfway. I got like halfway.
Yeah. So there's one boss called the Witch of Izalith, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a gimmick boss fight, and you have to like slide down into this arena, and it's like the floor is crumbling beneath you, and so you could just fall through the
Oh
floor
my
and just die,
gosh.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically you have to you're also having like I think it was fire being shot at you, so you got to run around while the floor is crumbling, right? And you have to like get to the area inside the witch and just hit her because it's one of those gimmick boss fights.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
FromSoft even admitted that that area and that boss is trash. Like they didn't actually finish the area that she's in. So the area she's in is also really bad, and you got to run through all a bunch of nonsense to get to her, bro. I was mad playing through it. I was like, bro,
That sounds
I don't
crazy.
know. I
Yeah.
don't know if I can do this. I mean, I did it, but I was like, I don't know if I can do this, you know? So,
I mean, hey, you
yeah,
did it. Shoot.
yeah, but like for me, I
Not this
can't
one.
really think of anything positive for Dark Souls 2. And I don't know if it was like fatigue on my part because I played Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls, and then Dark Souls 2.
All in a row
All
like
with
that?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
all
shoot.
in a row. So by the time I got to the end of Dark Souls 2, I was like, dude, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it
I
could
can't
be
do it
fatigue. I
anymore.
can't imagine doing them in a row like that. Like I think I would have maybe felt the same way, especially if Dark Souls 2 is at the tail end. I'd be like,
Yeah.
nah, this ain't it. Especially the losing your health and all that. Like that
Yeah, like
game.
for losing the health and then like the fact that you got one Estus flask and
Mm-hmm.
you know they gave you the gems to supplement everything, right? But it just still was like a hassle. And then the fall damage was like really wonky. And then okay, I didn't realize this at the time. I just watched like this hour and a half long video about why Dark Souls 2 is garbage. It was so funny, right?
Oh
The
man.
guy the guy talking about it was just so angry. He's so angry talking
You
about it.
should send that
So
to me. I need to watch
yeah,
that. See what he
yeah,
got
I'll
to
send it
say.
to you because like it was one of those like he hit me with an okey doke because it's like in defense of Dark Souls 2. And it starts off like really positive, just naming all the positives for Dark Souls 2. And I was
Right.
like, okay, maybe this guy has a point about some of these points, right? But
Hmm.
then he got to the point where, okay, now that we got that out of the way, let me tell you how I really feel. I'm like, huh?
Here's the truth. Here's the real. Yeah.
I'm like looking around. I'm like, wait, what? And then he just like he hit me with the okey doke again and again and again. I'm just like, oh snap! But apparently now I don't know if this is like a PC thing or what because I don't think. I mean, to be fair, I don't really remember, but
That's awesome.
apparently, the hitboxes for Dark Souls 2 are like really off to the point where it's just like you could be completely away from the enemy and they could just like you could end up impaled on like a sword or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Souls 2 and like just and then like the rolling was off as well. Um
Ask Luca if she's
and
excited. I mean, yeah, you're excited for Demons. You guys talking Demon Souls in the chat? So this is
yes,
next gen.
I'm very excited. It's beautiful. Black Bond actually just did a video saying Demon Souls isn't a new game. And I'm just like Bond. I mean,
Oh
it's
my
not.
gosh.
It's not. You know, it's not. But it's just kind of like let people have their
I mean,
let
it's a
people have it. It's
remaster.
fine.
It's a or a remake.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
So
in my opinion, in comparison to how it is on the PlayStation 3 versus how it looks now, I'm just kind of like, it's not a new game. It's not. It's not. But it's like it's going to be a new experience for people, especially
hmm
since they're adding stuff
yeah,
and
they said they're adding some like new things and like surprises, kind of like they're gonna surprise people with some new additions. It
You
should
know
be
what else
good.
they're surprising people with? Some BS. Because that digital deluxe edition that's $100 has items in it that's not going to be on the base game, based off their
Ooh,
posting on the website, the official site. So
I actually got gifted the deluxe.
me too, girl. Me too. So it's not even a
We in
problem.
there. We in there.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
in there. But I mean, I do think that is some BS. Also,
that is BS. That's kind of messed up. What's up,
yeah.
Ishi? You want to know my thoughts on the game? Ishi, where were you earlier? We went through it. I went through the whole trailer. It's freaking gorgeous. I can't get over this trailer. Just the details, the lighting. I'm hyped. Like
Oh yeah, the lighting.
I was
Yeah,
saying, like as a kid, I mean, I could not imagine it because graphics were trash back then, but I mean, at the time they were good. But I like dreamed of graphics like this. You know what I mean? Like this is like just everything I could imagine and more. But yeah, dude, that fire like demon boss. I'm watching that again right now. Like the lighting is insane.
yeah, yeah. My
Man.
Okay, and then they also said that they're gonna give you filters. So if people want to play it with like that original filter,
Oh,
they can.
the yellow filter
Yeah, because
sort of thing.
I can admit and acknowledge it is very bright.
Mm-hmm.
It's very bright in comparison to how it was before. Like I think they showed the Tower of Latria, and in the original it's like super dark and dreary, which makes sense. Like what's going on in the Tower of Latria is like not a good thing. It's like really bad actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the remake, it's like super bright. I'm like looking around, like where's the sun coming from? You know? So I can understand. I'll probably play it with that filter myself. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, but the lighting shows the detail better. Mm.
I can't wait. Did you play Shadow of Colossus by any chance?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, because that game's beautiful too. Like that's where I, really got in touch with Blue Point. I'm like, okay, they go all out graphic wise. It was a pretty
No,
game. It was a pretty game.
I saw the comparisons. They do a very good job, which is why I was excited for this Demon Souls rumor.
And it was going for a minute. Because I was going to
Yeah.
go back to the PS3. It took forever to update and it was a pain in the ass. But I was going to play it on PS3 and then the rumors started going. I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait because I don't really want to go back to these graphics. It was rough. And like installing the game, downloading it, it took forever. I'm like, I ain't about this PS3 right now. So I waited.
Bro, bless you, because I would have been like, because I played
I
through the
waited.
first area a little bit, and I was just like, I'll wait for this remake.
I was debating on like running through just the beginning just to kind of get a taste of like how it looks so I could see the beginning of this game and kind of compare, but I am really not about to pull out that PS3. That is not happening.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine for me when I was playing through it because like my PlayStation 3 setup was still set up, right? Because I just got done playing like Dark Souls, right? And so I was just kind of like, okay, let me, I have Demon Souls. Let me go ahead and load it in, and and everything. It was fine. It was fine. But then I was just like, you know what I cannot abide by these graphics, these textures, and by textures I mean the lack of textures and this frame
Facts.
rate. Like I just can't
The
do it again. I'm
frames.
done.
Yeah. I don't think I could do the frames. How low did they go? Do you know? Like 20?
I mean, I don't know specifics, but it's definitely mid-teens, 20s for
Ugh.
sure.
Yeah. Why has Sony not bought Blue Point yet, Erica? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They should. Technically, I guess they haven't, but they all their games go to PlayStation, so they got some kind of deal going on. Erica
Yeah, I don't know who
Luca.
said
Wait,
it,
what?
but I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Says Luca,
Sorry.
can we shit on the people crying about this game not having a difficulty mode? Yeah, we were talking about that, Bench. We were talking about that.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
So these game journalists, which
They
I
want,
just have.
they want a
Listen,
journalist mode.
there's no such thing as a games journalist, right? Someone said that. Someone who is also like a games journalist. I'm just using it. It's a general term, whatever, right?
Mm,
He said, technically speaking, no one goes to school to be a gaming journalist, right?
right.
But it's like because so many of them have just said some really stupid stuff. There's like this blanket disdain towards game journalists, even though there's technically no such thing as a games journalist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks. I remember another dumb thing. Remember when some woman was complaining about Days Gone. I think she was like,
Oh, you talk about Kelly Plaggy, however you say
I
her
don't know
name.
what her name is. I don't know what her name is, but she was complaining. She said something really stupid. And I was just like, this is why people don't respect y'all, you know?
It's because of how they talked, I guess, because they'd say my old lady, and I guess the dude was checking out
As a fan
he was checking
of
out
Sons
his
of Anarchy,
right. I watched Sons of Anarchy too. It's like, dude, that's like the culture, dude. My dad called my mom or referred to my mom as the old lady.
yeah,
That's nothing new. Like I heard that as a kid. I thought, who cares? You know, that's how my dad refers to my mom. Like they weren't bikers or nothing, but that was just like what he called her.
exactly.
My
Dude.
old lady.
So yeah, I watched Sons of Anarchy, so I was like, oh, this is perfectly fine, you know? Like I get it, right?
And I guess the dude, the main character, like his wife or girlfriend, she was bending over and he was looking at her butt. I guess she had an issue with that too. I'm like, that's his girlfriend. Like, what boyfriend doesn't look at his girlfriend's butt? You know what I mean? I don't know. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But she, I think that affected her review. And so that's why
I think she gave it like I can't remember. It was in the 70s, I think. I don't remember.
Maybe
though.
75, 80, maybe at most.
Can you imagine just with your whole chest complaining about that? Like, I just can't even do it, man.
How dare he call her old lady?
Yeah, not to get super political or anything, but it's people complaining about basic stuff like that kind of ruins it for the real things happening in the world. But whatever, anyway.
No, I agree. I agree with that. Because it's so trivial compared to, like, the bigger picture. There's way bigger issues we could complain about.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it, too. I don't care about the small stuff. It's the big stuff that I have an issue with, so.
Facts.
But yeah, it's I'm super hyped for it. You know, shout out to these gaming journalists. Hopefully they can get through the game okay. But you know what? I just like if you work at a news site and there's different people who are on the payroll, they could just get someone who likes those types of games to do the review, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
you
what
wouldn't get me to review a sports game. Would you get me to review a sports game?
Like, hey, Luca, we got NBA 2K. You want it?
Like,
you want to review it? Yeah, they definitely need to. I mean, that just should be. I mean, it sounds silly to even say that. Like, oh, they should have somebody who's a fan or who knows how to play these games. Like, yeah, of course, they should. They should definitely should. It'd be funny if they come out and it's like review in progress. We haven't beat it yet. Ishi said your trophies are looking spooky. Ishi, you come at everybody about their trophies. You're coming at Luca. You came at Blaze. I remember that.
How to say this, but I'm an Xbox guy.
Yeah. Luca's an Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox
on
fan.
Xbox, dude.
Ishi out here checking out your trophies. Ishi, relax.
Yeah, that's fine. No, it's fine.
That's funny.
Why I have them up. It's not like listen, PlayStation is not my primary platform anymore at this point. It used to be though for some time.
So you wouldn't
not anymore.
You're saying you wouldn't hide your trophies? Oh man.
Listen, there is no logical reason to hide your trophies other than the fact that you're trying to hide something. Like the fact that you didn't play these games. Like nothing else makes any sense to me. Nothing else makes any sense to me. People were like, well, I don't want people. I had this one guy on my show who I asked him for I was like, what's your Steam name or whatever, right? I'm just like, I just want to see if he's playing these games he's talking about, right? He refused to give me his Steam name. And I was like, all right, whatever, right? He was talking about how he likes his privacy and he doesn't want these weirdos knowing who he is, blah, blah, whatever, right?
Right.
Tell me why an hour into that conversation, he gave his full name, like government name. He was like, my name is duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, we were having a really
Why did that even come
conversation.
up? Why did his name come up? He just said it?
We were we were having a conversation about the N-word, and I was saying I don't like the N-word. It's got like a really disgusting and powerful history, and he was like, it doesn't bother me if someone were to call me that, right? And then like for some reason he just brought up his full name, right? So he just gives his full name, and I was just sitting there thinking like,
you're like, wait a minute.
You're like, wait a second, buddy. And I didn't realize this like until after the show. I was like, dang, I should have hit him with okay, so you gave me your full name, your government name and everything, your middle name too, buddy.
Gosh.
But you didn't give me Your Steam name? Like, what's going on, man? So, you know, no tea, no shade to him, I guess, but whatever.
He just exposed himself. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let me go
So,
back
yeah,
to this.
I don't hide my trophies or my gamer score or whatever. My gamer score is pretty low, too, but all I play is Destiny, so...
I mean, no, when I was on the 360, my score wasn't that high either because I just did a bunch of multiplayer. Like,
Yeah.
it just happens, you know? Trying to put my camera back.
Yeah, man. Destiny has just stolen my life. Stolen years off my life. Not next gen. We are switching it up, okay? We gotta make a
We're
change.
getting those trophies. Gravy says facts. Why the F people hide their trophies? What are you scared of? It's because they, you know, they're out here talking games and how much they beat and what they do out here, but they don't really do it. It's because they're lying. There's no, like you said, there's no way around it. I've heard the, like some journalists or some reviewers, they say they hide theirs because they can't show the game they're playing because it's like early, right?
I mean,
I get that.
I believe that.
Yeah, I get that. But then I was talking to Tony about this. Tony Polanco, he's a journalist, and he's like, yeah, but as soon as I'm able to, I show my trophies because he's really proud of his trophies. So I was like, yeah, you would think, okay, once the review's done, okay, put your trophies back up. But they keep them off forever for good, and they just keep saying, well, I'm reviewing games. It's like, come on, man. And then when you try and ask them, it's like, they're kind of, you know, they're giving a run around, like they just don't want to show them. So
Giving you the okie doke. Yeah, no, I get that.
hiding trophies is the wave. Erica, did you pre-order any new consoles? Yes, I will have the PS5. Hopefully day one. Hopefully everything goes good, and I want to unbox it and all that stuff.
Shout out to that one guy who was like, oh, once again,
yeah,
nonsense or whatever.
He was trying to say like, oh, you're doing an unboxing because everyone else is, or something like that.
Just like extra stuff. I was just like, who are you speaking? You're not speaking to my mother like that, are you?
Yeah, he tried to be slick. I was nice though. I was nice. I just said, no, you know what? I'm gonna stream it. I was like, let me be nice, I guess.
Like, nah, I would have been like, who are you speaking? Why are you speaking to me? Like, don't talk to me. You know, but you know, you're nicer than I am, so whatever.
Yeah, I can throw shade here and there, but I'm trying to, you know, not let people get to me, I guess. I'm trying.
Yeah, I've when it comes to like my uploaded videos, I've just been deleting super negative comments. I'm like, I am not dealing with any of that. You know, I love the back and forth, you know, because I am a drama fiend, right? But you know what? I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, man.
Yeah,
hey, I'm about to show up to Rand's house. Like, what's good? Like, you know, he's like 30 minutes away from me.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I'm like, you're around the corner, shoot. Just stop by. Pay him a visit.
Boo.
I saw your tweet of that gif, like creeping around. You're like, this is me going around house. That was funny. That was funny. All right,
Yeah,
well, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say we could wrap up because like we gotta play this ghost.
Play that ghost.
Any last words? 2 weeks away, Luca. You got to get that PS5. You got to get it.
I have to figure something out.
Figure it
out.
But
you know what? I got my Xbox Series X. It's secured. So, you know, I'm happy about that. I'm going to be playing my games, baby. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And shout out to your chat looking up my trophies. I'm an Xbox guy, so get bent. Anyway, we're done.
It was fun. It's fun talking with you. I was thinking of hitting you up like, oh, because I want to just talk about this trailer. Like I knew I wanted to do that today. I was like, should I hit up Luca? Then I was like, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have, and you came through. It's like we were on the same wavelength. Like you knew.
We were on the same wavelength. I'm telling you.
You knew.
Yeah. Apologies to anyone talking to me in the chat. I am not in the chat, so I haven't looked at it since.
It's all good. Anything that was to you, I told you. So it's all good.
Cool. But yeah.
All right then. Well, Luca, have a good night.
You too, girl.
And,
see you later,
we'll
chat.
Talk soon. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, I gotta go check out Nautical and Forte stream.
Oh, their 100th stream of the week? Is that what it is?
Huh? They're doing their official podcast. You know what's crazy?
Nice.
Real quick, they are trying to get on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did 2 extra podcasts last week, right? And then I did 1 extra one this week. And they're trying to act like it's comparable. And I'm like,
wow.
I guest on a podcast once every 6 months. Leave me alone. We are not the same.
Yeah, because that's like 1 week of your life. They out here like the whole year,
Every
every
like,
week.
and they don't get it because if they were doing it sporadically, I would have never even mentioned the fact that they do a bunch of shows, right? But they do it every single week. Every week, it's 4+ shows, dude. It's disgusting,
That's
honestly speaking.
wild. I
Yeah.
don't know. Because I like podcasts. I like being a guest here and there and everything, but they're so tiring. Like if you do it all the time, hey, kudos to them. I don't know how they do it, but
Yeah, I don't know how they do it either, to be quite frank, but whatever.
oh, I
All right,
see
I'm gonna go
that
check.
link. I see that link for the Dark Souls thing. I'll watch that later for sure. All right
All
then.
right, check out my video too, Erica.
Yeah, of course, of course. I'll share it and all that good stuff. I got to catch up. I'm so behind on stuff, but for sure.
Aw, Gucci girl. Okay, I'll
All
catch
right.
you later.
All right. Catch you later.